Spanish version.
I'm just happy I found my tea. I was looking for it up until that exact moment. Good evening, Carol and John Choppers. Welcome to Tuesday night. We are going to describe a very large, very potent table of new comic books, and we're really jazzed about it. I'm here with Josh here. I'm here with Andrea. I'm here with Kyle. His wrist is going to hurt by the end of my talking. What do we got going on? Late Night Comics is going to be on the 4th week of the month. So if you're looking forward to that, we're turning some people onto it. This guy came in, wanted me to count his dollar books in front of him, which wasn't that weird. I do it all the time. But he was stoked about it, and then he was stoked about Late Night Comics. So that was kind of cool. I feel like I'm going to have to count more dollar books for him in the future. That's about what we got coming up. John Dudas and I are going to be going to Comics Pro the third week in February, which is why we're postponing Late Night. But we're pretty stoked about a kind of fruitful visit. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of questions with Diamond switching around, but I mean, what we've been reassuring everybody with, and what's pretty solid to say, is that once we could order something that wasn't from that distributor, we ordered it differently. So when we didn't need to get it from Diamond anymore, we didn't, and we were doing that for years now. So not a big worry, but feel free to ask us any questions you have.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some answers.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out together. We'll do it together.
Yeah.
We've got some crazy fun first appearances this week, so unless you guys we didn't go over anything that I need to say before that. Right?
No,
Late Night's the only thing coming up.
Love it. Oh, Andrew's got free tickets to a Iron Maiden cover band on Wednesday the 22nd?
Saturday.
It's a Saturday. It's 22nd. But 2 free tickets right there if you guys want to pick them up. They've been there all weekend. We're kind of surprised. We've got a cool first appearance from Transformers. It's number 17, Shredhead. We don't often have Transformer first appearances, so that's pretty sweet. I guess I should put them over there.
yeah.
New Champions is really fun this week because at the very end of the first one, we had several champions that we were already familiar with, but now we have new champions, and they like all show up at the end of this book. So, villain-wise, you got Magnetrix. Sounds like a cereal. Monte, which is kind of a Doctor Strange magical. Gold Tiger, which all these guys first appeared on covers for previous Marvel ongoings. So Gold Tiger was on Black Panther, Monty was on Doctor Strange, Magnetrix was on X-Men. I think that's right.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing over there? Are you guys playing like a
Yeah.
And then Deadpool Boy has the first appearance in this. So does Kid Juggernaut, which is mentioned as the first appearance. But I remember J2, and I know some of you remember J2, and it says straight up, son of the original Juggernaut. So I get that, like, Kid Juggernaut, son of the Juggernaut, not exactly the same thing, but
It's when we pretty darn close.
Couldn't we just bring him back?
Yeah.
So, not really fair. Magic number 2 has the first appearance of a character named Sonic Demon, which Kyle did say was not very cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's the Kyle seal of approval, actually. He says more about books he hates. And then Green Lantern had a new Green Lantern. We debated because of the apostrophe in here, but Vex R. U. Cool.
Yep.
We're going to talk about Green Lantern, actually. We've got some fun things to say about that. So, honorable mention as far as having a Deadpool boy first appear in New Champions is that there is a character reveal in Deadpool Team Up number 5, which we don't normally talk about character reveals because there's a lot of them and that gets kind of mixed up in story. We can do a whole thing about it. But a character reveal, Rob Liefeld is doing independent Deadpool books for a long time where Deadpool Bad Blood, Badder Blood, Major X, like a lot of mediocre miniseries, in my opinion. I'm not going to spread that one around except to the internet. But he finally revealed who Major X was, and it's a little bit of a shocker. It's probably the best drawn Rob Liefeld panel in existence because it's of himself. You can tell he took a lot of time on that one. And that's a big reveal for a long mix of storylines. So congratulations on Deadpool Team Up number 5, Mr. Liefeld. And technically, we think a first appearance in comic books.
Yeah.
We can't think of another one, but if you think of one, let us know. Honorable mention before we get to the brand new stuff on the table is a full issue of We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, which is a new book coming out from Image. And this, they said it's the full first issue. Obviously, we can't show you it. Andrew's shaking her head. No, she's like, don't do it. But it's phenomenal. And I wanted to mention that if you're a fan of Man Science, a little bit of the Universal Monster treatment, modern sci-fi, it's a good one to add to your pull list. Just check out issue 1. You don't have to follow me. I'm just putting it over here. We got some weird stuff on the table. We're going to start with John getting squirrely before he left on vacation for this week, and he placed huge orders with new distributors since we're exploring so many options in the current fiasco status of the comic distribution industry. But we've got some stuff we haven't had in a while and some fun new stuff. American Splendor anthology finally back in print, and we've got a huge stack of it because where else does American Splendor belong besides Cleveland?
Yes.
Right? Haven't had it in forever. Years and years and years. Classic sticker book we got back in stock. We got Marvel Fun and Games, which is reprints of original Marvel Fun Games. If you need a radioactive spider for your desk,
Who doesn't?
I mean, it lights up. It turns red. It's awesome.
I think or green.
Or green, yes.
Put it out for Christmas.
Oh, I like the buttons. All right. Value Stamp Visual History. Haven't had in a minute. We've got the big little book of Stan Lee growing up and writing Marvel comics. Super graphics, which is really fun. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of awesome looking pie charts and graphs that give you factual information about the Marvel Universe, like number of known multiverse planets and stuff like that. And then a new previews, which is the first new thing on the table.
Did we show that?
Not yet.
Oh, classic blacklight postcard, note card set for any and all occasions. All those in there.
Nope.
No?
Knowing
24
our
of them.
boss,
Yeah.
I am surprised there's not 42 of those.
Right. Well, there's
To
that.
be
Yeah.
honest with you. And then in his ordering splendor, we might as well mention that we do have Spanish editions of some very popular kids' graphic novels because we didn't order them on purpose and they ended up in the cart.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stoked we have them. We've had Spanish
Yeah.
Walking Dead. I reorder that all the time. Surprising lack of Spanish graphic novels available, to be honest with you. We'll get started with Image. This is a favorite of mine, and now it's in a complete collection. The entire 20 issues of Kill or Be Killed. And it is a phenomenally grotesque and tense story, like from the very beginning. You haven't read it in a long time.
Oh, it's so good though, and as somebody who is haunted by a demon who tells him he has to kill a person once a month, he decides that person's going to be bad, but we're not sure if that demon's real, and it's crazy.
There is just the
Fantastic.
possibility this dude's off the deep end, and they
Yeah.
really keep you in the dark about it. A weird origin story for a weird creature. I bring you The Tooth from Image Comics. Full graphic novel, original graphic novel. Silver Lake, same thing, same artist as... I can't do it. I can never remember the full title.
Maniac of New York.
Maniac of New York. It just does not come out of my brain. Self-Help Volume 1 for, I guess, an ongoing series, or at least more of a miniseries. One reprint from Image this week is, well, the first reprint from Image this week is Geiger number 10. It's the first appearance of The Glowing Woman. It's a great story, and I will always be a proponent of Geiger. And it's easy to do because then we got issue 11 to go right along with it. So that's pretty great. There is a two-headed dog in this book, if mutant dogs are the thing that puts you over the edge for reading a great comic book.
It's such a great comic.
It's phenomenal. And Three-Eyed Zebra.
And Junkyard Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's cover B for Geiger. Then there's cover C. Setting the bar high at the bottom of the table. The Moon is Following Us by Daniel Warren Johnson's on issue number 6. Here is your cover A. Here is your cover B. I'm criminally behind on that book. I feel bad. Death of Copra is on issue number 2 of the miniseries. We got Hack Slash Body Bags on issue number 3. Spawn is on issue 361. And then a number 1 from Image, The Hive, this week, we were a little curious about. I'm not going to say that it landed in the middle of the bullseye, but it is a story about an organized crime family, but put in the context, sometimes a very literal context, but not like biologically literal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Context of a beehive. So you've got a queen, you've got workers. There's some supernatural, not natural element to it that we're still figuring out. But weird read, great cover. One of my favorite covers from an Image comic in a long time. And then the other reprint from Image this week is Lucky Devils number 1, which is to go along with Lucky Devils number 2 up here in the next row of After Transformers. Issue 17, there's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C, which just drove us mad all day. Something about seeing Optimus Prime's teeth in horror is just oof. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $12. I like that they're there. I didn't notice that before. Creep Show in Love. You want to give it to her? She's not going to say anything.
Oh,
Oh, I just handed it back.
You did?
Yeah. This is the Creepshow Valentine's Day special. Yeah, get a close up on those eyeballs there.
We always got to make Kyle get close to the eye stuff.
You should pick this up just because of the Patrick Harvath story. It's the guy who did Beneath the Trees, which we all love. Like, it's in that same vein, but with humans. Like, it feels very familiar. Yeah.
But 3 Valentine's Day stories.
Yeah, 3 stories. His is the second one. His is the best one, but it's worth it for all 3.
Creepshow in Love, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's his cover, the next cover.
There's cover A. There's cover B, which is unbelievably awesome.
Yeah.
I looked at this and I was like, why do we order extra covers of Creepshow? Like, we always just get cover A.
I just now realized the heart with the arrow because I'm always looking at those hearts in the back, trying to read them all.
See you in hell.
Split into.
That's amazing. And then there's cover C. No jokes blown about that one. That one's gross too. That's a solid creep show. Lucky Devils on issue number 2. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. These guys were guffawing about this book like crazy up until we started shooting. So, and then Farrell's on issue number 10. John Shear said that this is probably the most unhinged issue of the series.
By far. It is insane. It is a incredible jumping on point if you really want to, because when you get to the end of it, you are going to be like, I cannot absolutely wait to read issue 11. But the stuff that happens in here has been like, and this book has been very fun and crazy all the way up to this point, and this one just takes it literally, like, we're on 10, it takes it up to 10.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, I got chills. There's cover A, which I kind of just realized what's going on here. And then cover B, one of the homages, Fangoria. Awesome.
Yeah.
But pick of the week for all of us. Every single one of us. This is a sturdy book. I'm going to flop it around. Bug Wars by Jason Aaron, Image Comics, is a perfect first issue. It fits no genre. Maybe adventure.
Fantasy-ish.
Fantasy-ish. Doesn't matter. Creates its own genre. A fantastic read. Both halves, which you'll see what I mean when you read it. It's already sold out, which is great because we read previews. We were into checking this out, and it is just bloody and well thought out. And I don't like insects all that much. Like, I'm not going to go just hang out with them. But it's all about it. There's a reason I wanted to make it look a little bit like an anthill in the table, out of respect. But yeah.
Jason Aaron calls, like, one of his pitches is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Right, nail on the head.
Absolutely.
Nail on the head. So we've got 2 covers for it. I really need to say no less than just, like, absolutely read it. There's cover A. We've got a 1 in 25 variant for $20. Not a wrap. Amazing though. Amazing. There's a collected edition in this row for Daredevil. Didn't we just have a Daredevil?
Yeah.
So this is volume 3 of the current ongoing.
Solid enough.
Okay. What the heck? The double Daredevil, because we just had a TP last week, just blew my mind for a second.
Double dared.
I did. I got double dared. I got to rewind. All right. Daredevil Modern Epic Collection. This is King of Hell's Kitchen. Young Avengers Modern Epic Collection, which is some really great Young Avengers material. That's the first volume in there. We got Fantastic Four Grand Design complete miniseries and trade paperback. And then we're on to New Marvel.
We need one more trade.
One more trade.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. $20. Gets you the Jonathan Mayberry 4-issue near perfect miniseries where Kingpin turns Spider-Man into like a freaking gladiatorial warlord, and they feed body parts to him, and Punisher's hunting everybody all over New York and like coming up with traps for Deadpool, and it's freaking awesome. And it has the classic one-shot classic of Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe from late 90s.
Yeah.
And that's full-on 90s Punisher versus the Marvel Universe. Like, it's a perfect $20 to spend this week.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect $20. It's been on our rec wall forever. I like that Mayberry stuff, but that's a perfect collection. The only other way it's collected is like $50 paperback. If I keep talking, do you pull back out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marvel Mutts is beautiful and exactly what it sounds like. It's silent, except for all the barking, and it's got more Miss Lion in comic books than I've seen in the last 20 years. All these pages, it's adorable and fantastic. But it's about all of these mutts as a whole team. Cover A, cover B.
Fantastic.
Then we've got new X-Men, issue number 11. There's your cover A. There's a crowd-pleasing cover B. Everybody likes that one. Cover C, the animated. Cover D. Cover E. And a 1 in 50 variant for $15. Same animated. New Champions. We talked a lot about this one. There's issue number 2. And then we've got a cover B next to it with a new Ghost Rider youngin.
Mm-hmm.
Spider Boys on issue number 16. There's your cover A. There's your themed variant, cover B, the Human Torch theme variant. And we got 1 in 25 variant for $15. Moon Knight, heck of a cover A.
Oh, yeah.
Not as much as exciting as a Vermin in the book, but there's cover A. There's your Human Torch variant, cover B. Magic's on issue 2. We got 3 covers. Cover A. 1 in 10 variant for $8. Design variant. And
Sound Demon.
is that Sound Demon?
Yep.
Cool guitar.
Oh, that's the base.
That's the bass?
Yep.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, the bass is awesome.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't see her holding it. I don't know how I missed that. And then another one of those Marks Brooks 1 in 50 animated variants for $15. Psylocke on number 4. There's your cover A. I got that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great cover A. There's cover B. Then we're on to Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider, issue number 10. That's your cover A. This is my favorite variant of
Oh, yeah.
I can't help it.
Kick-ass.
It rocks. Yeah, that's cool. Deadpool team up. Don't miss the first appearance of Rob Liefeld. This should be the reason you come to the shop tomorrow. This is it. Beating down the door.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be nice out. Just come wait outside. Cover A. Here's cover B. Deadpool Wolverine is new this week. They're on issue number 2, and there is a awesome last page of this book. Awesome. With no context, Kyle Ood nod. Did you Ood? Did I show you?
You
It
did
is
not.
issue number 2, cover A. Here's your cover B, the Marvel Studios variant. And we've got a 1 in 25 for $20. Cable Love and Chrome's on issue number 2. There's cover A. Here's cover B. Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 67. So we're getting, is 70 the last one?
70 is the last one.
And then we're going back to Amazing Spider-Man number 1 with a semi-new creative team. So in the middle of this story arc, there's number 67 cover A. Here's your cover B, the Scotty Young 8 Deaths variant. And a $12 1 in 25 Black Cat cover. Which I would love if he was in his regular costume.
Right?
For that cover.
Yeah.
Gotta say. Immortal Thor, Alex Ross, honest to God, still
Killing
trucking
it.
with all of
Still
these.
killing it.
Number 20, cover A. Cover B is the Mark Brooks animated. There's cover C, the Torch variant. Oh, sorry. And there's your Brooks animated 1 in 50 for $15. Almost like we got a movie coming out this week. Marvel on Time with Captain America number 2. So it's Cap vs. Red Hulk. There's your cover A. We got a bunch of variants. I'm going to burn through them. There's cover B. It's a Marvel Studios variant. Cover C is another Marvel Studios variant. There's cover D. Cover E is your Torch variant. 1 in 10 design variant for $8. And a 1 in 25 variant for $12. And as I said that, I realized that that is not his first appearance. So that guy has been in other books.
Oh, yeah.
We were thinking about that earlier. We got a row of facsimiles. Everybody's favorite first appearance of
The
the
Jackal.
Jackal. That's right, everybody. Amazing Spider-Man number 129. Come get your Jackal first appearance. He's crazy in it, and we all love to see it.
Yep.
Just kidding. It's first appearance with Punisher. Sorry, we don't.
I mean,
assume
not
anything
kidding, not kidding, but also first appearance.
about him being awesome in it.
Well, yeah, well, true. Yes.
The Punisher, though, is awesome in it,
Yeah.
and it is a Punisher first appearance. So we'll have plenty of these in stock as long as possible. Please come get one, or better yet, get here quick and get a spiffy shiny one. It's a very yellow facsimile week.
It
also.
is.
Fantastic Four number 2 is facsimile here in all of its glory. There's cover A, next to it the spiffy shiny variant.
First appearance
And-
of the Scrolls.
A truly awesome 1 in 25 because of the first appearance of the Skrulls, which for the record I did not forget. But a 1 in 25 variant, which, what were we saying to say? Love a good ratio variant for a 1 in 25.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a design variant for a classic character, whatever. Big top of the table. I'm not gonna lie, it's worth all the real estate it takes up. One World Under Doom. Oh wait,
You skipped a row.
I skipped a symbiote row.
Yeah.
My Spidey sense didn't go off. Well, I know. I was too excited about Doom. All right. Let's do Venom first. All new Venom number 3 still does not reveal the Venom to us.
It does not, but they take away one of the people.
Candidates.
Yeah,
Okay,
one of the
all right.
candidates.
So we're narrowing it down.
Yes.
We're narrowing it down. There's all new Venom number 3 cover A. I love this cover B so much.
It's very good.
It's just so bendy. And then cover C. Number 1 for Eddie Brock Carnage. Thought we were gonna hate it. Definitely did not. Definitely a really good Carnage first issue. with like, don't ruin it for yourselves, good Carnage splash page turns. Like, the conversation's awesome, the narrative style's awesome, the gore is awesome. We got shorted our cover A, so we have them on the way back in. If you want to try it out, I really fully encourage it, and that is not coming from a diehard Carnage fan. Just saying. So for now, we do have, feel free to claim, Eddie Brock Carnage, #1, blank cover. We'll call this one cover B. This one's cover C. And this one's cover D.
And this one is a wrap. Not a whole lot going on in the back. But
Yeah.
It is a wrap.
Yep. That's a for the record wrap.
Yeah.
Now can I talk about Dr. Doom?
Now
Yes.
we can talk
Okay, cool.
about
Now we can talk about Dr. Doom.
Yes.
So, start of a 9-issue miniseries from Marvel, One World Under Doom, is exactly what it sounds like. We love a good Marvel story where we come into it and that bad guy has already won. And we like that story even more when that bad guy maybe not be so bad after we read the issue. And this is a really good play on who is the good guy and who's the bad guy, who's the ruler, who's the freedom fighter, who's the terrorist. It's getting to those big questions that are in a really, really fun and pretty Marvel context. We're going to show you the Dinosaur Doom here on a variant cover in a second, but the fact that they used the Dinosaur Doom on a variant cover and featured that freaking weirdo in the book just makes it like a fun Marvel read where you're like, you don't feel dumb for learning something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like everything you said is right, and I have only one other thing to add. Because it's a Ryan North book, and because her first appearance was against Dr. Doom, I am so happy that Squirrel Girl is a player in this book.
Yeah,
She is absolutely a player.
She's
in
on
this
the
book.
Go team.
Yeah.
Yep. So if Doom or my words didn't do it for you,
Squirrel
Squirrel
Girl.
Girl's in
Yep.
it, guys. She's got a line or
Yep.
two.
She does,
She's-
yeah.
Like they went and got her from the back trailer. Like, oh crap, Miss Marvel can't make it this week.
Nope.
You're in, Doreen.
Exactly.
Get in there.
That's exactly right.
All right, so please claim Dr. Doom. We ordered plenty extra. We're a Doom store, people. We're a Doom store. I'm trying to convince John to get a mask and cape. He won't do it.
Why doesn't
I'm
he
trying to
just-
convince him.
How does he not have one?
It's going to
already?
be sweet. When it
Feels
finally
him
happens.
internet.
We're about to see that guy in a couple weeks, so we'll talk.
Yeah.
Cover A, please. One World Under Doom. Cover B, Mike Mignola. Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Cover C, the Negative Space. Cover D, the Doomasaur. We're all moving on to cover E. Cover F. Cover G. Love that cape.
It's gorgeous.
The cape. And then the 1 in 50, $30 #1 variant.
And then off to DC.
Yeah, I'm going to go quench my thirst.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna leave my-
Absolute Batman, issue #5. So at the end of the previous issue, Batman does some stuff. You find out exactly why he did it, what he's doing with everything that's been given to him, and we get to see his costume in even more play this time, and it's great as his costume does something and causes somebody to scream in dramatic pain, and it's wonderful.
This is the most vague you've ever been.
Oh, but it's so good. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, though.
I do know exactly.
Yeah,
what you're talking
so it's great. Everything you want, including Dragotta back and doing the artwork. It's beautiful. It's great. I cannot wait for what's coming up next. So there's your cover A. There's your incredible cover B. Very cool cover C. Your cover D. Your $10 1 in 25 variant. And then your $20 1 in 50 variant for that one there. Green Lantern Corps. Way better first issue than it has any right to be. It introduces you exactly, if you don't care anything about the Green Lantern Corps, all you have to know is they have a ring that is very powerful, and they have a whole new team, including somebody who, when he shows up, I was like, oh, how are they going to do that? And they do it great. Should I give it away?
Oh,
Ben?
yeah. It's
Sinestro's on the team, and he's fantastic. He is great. He is as Sinestro-y jerk as he's always been, but he is incredibly smart. And as John Stewart says, hey, there's a reason you were considered the best Green Lantern. And incredibly well done story. But for future reference, as Ben and I were discussing, there are some cool behind-the-scene Green Lantern like characters. We'd like to see some of those in here because I want to know their story. So there's your cover A. We have a spiffy, shiny Zarety variant for cover B. $15 1 in 25 variant for that one there. And then DC versus Vampires, World War V, Darkness and Light. It is a Alfred story combined with a Wonder Woman story. Alfred's a Green Lantern in this. Wonder Woman's a vampire. Their two stories merge, and it is great. It is, if you have not read any of the DC vampire stuff, and you should, we have the collections, they're great. This will introduce you to that world perfectly. Absolutely wonderful.
The best part about the Alfred story is that you get to see Alfred trying to figure out like this power set, like this heroism thing, even though he's lived in the context of Batman. Like it's all this like self-responsibility he's got to kind of figure out, and like his training regimen is so wacky and unhinged, and it works so well in this world to like bring some levity to it, but still such violent levity.
Yes.
It's the Wonder Woman story in the beginning is very, very World War V as the story's been going. And then the Alfred one's like, it brings this heart to it that I needed and loved. It was great. It was great.
So it's a great little, like, just I'm not even going to say filler issue, essential issue between the actual, like, story. So there you go. And then more Darkness as Batman Dark Patterns #3. All those nails on the cover. Oh my gosh. At least they're on the cover, not in the guy's head. At least yet. Actions on 1083. John Ridley's still writing that one. So there's your cover A. Your wonderful cover B. Your $12 1 in 25 variant for that one there. Aquaman Dark Tide. Aquaman #2. It's a good Aquaman story. He's off who knows where, trying to track down where Atlantis went, and comes across actually a pretty new character, and it's pretty violent. It's Aquaman being as strong as you want Aquaman to be. Good solid issue.
Bloody
There's
tides.
cover A. Your $15 Sal Roca cover B on that one. Below that, Black Lightning's on issue #4. He's got power. He's got more powers now. Batman Robin on issue #18. There's monkeys in it, which is great. And then your $8 or $10 1 in 25 variant, which is very cool. Facsimile issue 610, Hush, and then The Boy Wonder by Junie Ba. We got 3 of them in. I took one. It is beautiful. It is everything you didn't know you wanted from a Junie Ba story, and everything you didn't know you wanted from a Robin, like Batman's sidekick story. It is done almost as a fairy tale, but it's beautiful in every way. Tugs at the heartstrings. It's gorgeous, and I took the book sleeve off last night just to look at the actual art on the book itself, and it's fantastic. It's gorgeous.
I love that.
$30. So yeah, it's great.
It was a 4-issue or 5-issue miniseries.
5-issue. Yeah.
You ate that book up.
I could not wait to just tear open the plastic on it last night and go through it.
I love that hardcover.
Great.
That's awesome.
Far Sector, the complete deluxe edition for $50. We got that. Doom Patrol is DC's new finest collection. Batman Robin Volume 2 of the Josh Williamson stuff. Action Comics Revenge of the Demon is Volume 3 of the Action Comics ones. They're putting this Tom King stuff back in print, so this is Volume 4 of that. And then we've got reprints, and they are the best of reprints. Absolute Batman #1. There you go. Get it. We love it. If you haven't read it, now's your chance.
We're running out of good things to say about it.
I know. There's your #2. There's your #3. Superman just keeps getting better with every issue. You can start with #1 there. Then we've got #2. And then we have a $20 1 in 25 variant for the third print. Gonna scoot all the way down to Absolute Wonder Woman. Man, that sword is great. And it works in every way. #2. And there's your #3. And because it was DC's big surprise hit, New Gods, they got a reprint. So we've got issue #1 for that there. And they even did a spiffy, shiny foil variant for it as well. So can't beat that. By James Tynion, True Weird. If you like Blue Bloods, this is a graphic novel of all the true stories of people and their encounters with weird stuff. And he's got a whole slew of artists working with him on that. So it's really cool.
That's a sleeper. I didn't realize that was coming out.
Yeah. Kyle's pick of the week, Cyberpunk 2077, issue number 1 of 4. So there's that. Into the Unbeing is on issue number 1. Did we read it, Andrea?
This is part
Part
two.
2.
Number one.
Okay. So there we go. Part 2, number 1. Hey, there we go.
It's
Jupiter's
kinda
Legacy
issue
finale
5. Sorry.
is on issue number 4 by Mark Millar. And then Star Wars Hyperspace Stories.
Bad Batch is awesome. You guys know it if you watched it, and this is them pre-show getting orders from the Jedi Council. So like Mace Windu puts them out. The interesting part is this is an all-ages book, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Hyperspace Stories, and they're doing like wet work. Like there's a dude in the scope, and then there's a dude not in the scope, if you know what I mean. So Bad Batch like going kind of rough, which is cool. Thank you, Star Wars.
Yeah. TMNT Mutant Nation is on issue number 4. All we've got is 1 in 10 variant for that, and it's $8.
Wait, I'm curious about something. Do you have anything to say about Silverhawks that I don't have to say about Silverhawks?
It's Silverhawks, number 1.
That's what I was going to say.
There we go.
All right, we did not have Silverhawks on the table last week, so now we have Silverhawks number 1.
And then I think I'm going to pass this over to Andrea because she has read this entire row, and I have not.
Not the entire row.
I
Most
read
of the row.
I read some of
Most
the row.
You then
Were you
Take-
going to that one?
Would you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
This one, I believe it's a mini series. I don't remember how many issues. This is the best title of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is A Long, Lonesome Grave. It's organized crime mixed with folk magic in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
A guy's getting out of prison. He just wants to leave town, see his daughter one last time, and then he gets a hex. He has 7 days to free himself from this hex.
Yeah.
And he is willing to do whatever it takes.
You know that classic trope of like a guy going back to his house to get the bag of money and the gun he buried? This one came with like a witch hex on it. It was awesome. It was a really good first issue.
Yeah.
This one is similar to the book I was talking about with Matt Rosenberg at the beginning that we couldn't show anybody, where like if I would have read this before that, woo! So sending us that first issue, smart move.
Yeah.
Bronze Faces is also a folklore book. It's like Nigerian folklore and organized crime.
Mhm.
Yep. Grimm is on issue number 21. And then we got the sexiest book of the week. It's Cam Girl. It's a one-shot about a cam girl who's getting stalked by one of her followers. It is not safe for work. It should probably be in a bag. But
If I flip through it and I go, oh, then you know that it's not safe for work.
And then another reprint, week of the reprint. City Beneath Your Feet is going to be my favorite distillery book. I guarantee that. It has a lot of style. It is a perfect romp of a first issue for a crime story, and I'm really jazzed to see the interaction between these two main characters like continue. It's bloody and weird, and that's one to take the word on as far as crime stuff goes. The Labyrinth movie adaptation is in trade paperback, as is the first volume of the current Flash Gordon ongoing series. We've got issue 4 of Red Before Black from Boom. Oh, yeah. You passed it.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Head of Susan Lamond is a book that we were debating who was going to have to talk about because none of us cracked it before 2 seconds before this video.
It is a Silver Sprocket book.
Oh, good thing you got a microphone.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a Silver Sprocket book. I didn't read it.
Sometimes.
I think it's
It is as
two
indie
teenagers
as you can get.
and one is trying to kill another one,
Don't just read it in front of them. We already
and
kept
there
them
might
for long
be
enough.
like some other mysterious things happening.
It's pretty quirky. They sent us an extra Game Trade magazine, so if you want that for $4, let me know. We got some first readers, Spidey. We've got Cruella de Vil, the complete miniseries from Dynamite. Archie Valentine Spectacular, and then reprints of our favorite It's Jeff books. So Venom vs. Jeff. Sorry, that's the other one. This is regular It's Jeff. Then you got Jeff from the Jeffverse, which came out with a lot of Jeffs. And that's the table. Thank you for listening to us for so long. It was worth it just to see that Absolute is reprinted in the DC universe over and over and over again.
Yay.
So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday nights, and we'll see you Wednesday morning.